Hello fellow gamers, this is VB Ranger 01, and today I'm going to bring you a video from the angler called The Wild. I'm going to share with you my favorite method for increasing my diamond numbers, and I'll be going through that step by step with you. This is on the Golden Ridge Reserve. Uh, First thing I want to do is screwed up, so I'm going to go back. First thing you want to do when you go in a Golden Ridge Reserve is make sure you select the evening. This is going to involve the sauger, and they bite best in the evening to the nighttime hours or early morning. So this will give you the most time to do this little trick. The next thing you want to do once you go into your reserve is we'll be heading over to this area over here. So zoom in. We'll go to the Trout's Beard. Fast travel on over there. Got a legendary fish active. I'm going to go after him later, but first things first, I want to show you guys this method. And it's an easy method. You can do it with lighter tackle. You might even be able to do it with some of the beginner tackle once you've gone through the early parts of the game, got yourself access to hook size 5, or actually 6 or 5, and then the largest sauger I've caught so far is 7.83. So you can do that with some of the early on tackle, even though if you're using like a 4-pound test line, you may have to battle it for a little bit longer, but it still works. So I'll show you my setup real quick before we get there. I set this icon up, and you're going to park yourself about 150 feet away from the little island out here, and I like to approach it from the south going north so I'm facing the island directly. As we get in there, discuss the setup. Okay. Pull out. Go ahead and turn off the tracking on this. If you don't know how to use these markers, um, I can go over a brief tutorial on that with you later. But setting these up are really helpful. So, alright, so let's talk about the setup. I'm going to use my bobber rig. I've got a matchmaker. This is, like I said, a heavier setup for me, but you can do it with a lot lighter tackle. So I've got the Delta 2.0 spinning reel on there, um, which doesn't have really heavy line on it. I've only got a 6.61 pound line on it, so it's not real heavy. I like to use the glowing bobber, and again, let's go with the 6 hook. 5 will work, but it'll eliminate the chance to catch any silvers, which is fine if you like a little bit slower action, but I like to catch fish, so I'm going to go ahead with the 6 so that it'll include the silver size sauger. So, alright. Now I'm going to select that rod from my inventory. Switch that up, and I like to run this 3 foot below the bobber. I am going to cast basically at the island on the slightly left-hand side toward that larger boulder, and get as close as I can to it. Okay, now I'm going to zero in so I can see what my bobber is doing. I like to take up the slack. I know it doesn't really matter, but makes me a little happier with the less slack in there. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this float past the island. Now, they've changed this so your floats, your bobbers actually move with currents and winds and stuff. It was before that basically when you cast out, it just sat in that one area. I'm not sure I like this, but I figured out the method on this island with the drift, so it's working for me. The last few times I've done this, I got a diamond sauger on the very first cast. We'll see if my luck holds today. But basically, I'm just going to let this drift and keep an eye on it. And when I get that strike indicator, oh, just like that, I want to set the hook and start reeling in. This guy's taking a little line, so I'm guessing it's not the diamond sauger because usually they don't strip line from me. So it could be a bass this early in the evening. It could definitely be a bass, probably like a bronze, maybe silver bass. We'll see. It's not putting up a huge fight, but a little bit of a fight. So I think I just broke my streak of first cast diamond saugers here, but we'll see. Get him to quit peeling line and get him in here. Come on, guy. Could also be using the leech. You can also end up with walleye, and that might be what I have here. No, I think that is a bass. Okay, we'll get into the boat here. Let's see what we got. Yep, bass, silver bass. One thing about this method is you can get some pretty nice fish with it outside of the sauger. I've had several gold bass that I've caught in this spot, as well as I haven't caught any gold walleye yet. But anyway, it's alright. I'm just going to go right back to the same spot and do it all over again. Start that drift. Just take up my slack. And just let it go. Let's see what happens. See how far we can get this time. As the night progresses, as you go from the evening into the night, the bass will kind of stop hitting as often. Here we go again, just about the same spot. This one's pulling a little harder. Could be a diamond sauger, we'll see. But as I was saying, the bass, the bite from them kind of sloughs off as we get to the dark, and you'll start to pick up more hits and bites from walleye. It's out of the water a little bit earlier than I expected, so this might be a walleye. Or another bass. Nope, another bass. Well, come on, I guess we're a little bit early. Keep getting these bass. Kind of wreck my whole mojo for the old diamond sauger, so try it again. Alright. Starting my cast a little further right this time. Wow, they're hitting quite quickly. This one might be a sauger. Let's see if he stays in the water. It's a sauger. The walleye tend to leap early and often. The bass will leap a little less than the walleye. Yeah. So I'm guessing it's not a sauger now. I guess it might be a walleye. Or yet another bass. Yeah, another bass. Wow. So this has been a flop so far. Alright, we'll try it again. I swear to you, this method has worked great for me in the past. I have not only gotten diamond sauger early, but there have been times when I've come here and I've pulled as many as 5 diamond sauger out of here in one session. So obviously that's not happening this time, so but hey, what are you gonna do? That's why they call it fishing, right? So let's see what happens here. Yeah, I kind of preferred when they would allow us to just cast and the bobber would sit in one spot. I'm not sure I like the drift, but oh, this is a larger fish. Because once they put that drift element in there, it's kind of pushed it, nudged it a little more toward a simulator rather than a game. And I like fishing in real life, and one of the frustrating things when I'm bobber fishing is having to readjust my cast and all that. So I kind of enjoyed it when they first came out, and the bobber would sit where I wanted it to sit. So I could be wrong, you know. It's my opinion. Maybe other people feel differently, but let's go on to another bass here. But I still kind of wish it would just sit in one spot. Wow, well, we covered the gambit of metals here for the bass. How about a sauger? Maybe I should have started at nighttime. All right, one more time. Let's see if we can get it over here. At this point, I'll even take a silver sauger so you won't think I'm lying to you. All right, let's go. Oops, pulled that a little bit too hard. There we go. At any rate, let's see what happens here. Kind of throwing away leeches here with these bass. I think leeches work best. I've used the red worms to do this, and that works pretty well too. And every once in a while, if you use that, you might catch a very large panfish, a gold panfish, or maybe even better. I haven't had that kind of luck. I've caught some silver gold panfish, but that was also when I was running a smaller hook. So yeah, before when the bobber would sit still, it's drifting up to this little area here between this rock and there's another rock over here. This little flat rock would be my aiming point right there. We're trying to cast right in there in between these two rocks. And I did great. And so when they added the drift, I was kind of worried that was going to be messed up, but using this drift method from, the left side of the island through here has been working pretty well for me. Until today, when I decided to try and make a video on it, and now it's just utter failure. So, go figure. Here's a strike right in the old sweet zone. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be another bass. Doggone it. Maybe I should have waited a little longer. Who knows? Yeah, it's not a big runner, so hurry up and get this guy on the boat so I can try it again. Yeah, that looks like a bass. Another silver. Okay, fantastic. So, as I was saying, this is a great spot to come and catch a lot of bass. Really small. Oops, that was a bad cast. Oh well, we'll let it go. Maybe I needed to change things up a little bit anyway, so. Alright, let's give it another shot here. So I say, I kind of like this game. I know when they made some of these changes, it kind of pushed it a little more toward a simulator. But even with that said, I still enjoy it. It's actually one of the games that I've gone through and got the platinum trophy for. I don't have a whole lot of platinum trophies, but this is one of the games that I did concentrate on getting that done for. So, and it was done in a relatively short time. I think I had another bass, of course. I think I had it done within 90-something hours. I don't think I had to put triple-digit hours into it to get to that platinum trophy. Yeah, this one's running quite a bit, so there's always a danger of hooking up on a northern pike or a muskie in this area too. I think if it was one of those, they'd be peeling off a lot more line a little bit quicker. So I don't think it's one of those. But that does happen, and especially if you get one of the sub-bronze ones, one of the babies. They will they'll still strip your line a little bit more than this, though, I think. So, all right. So, yet another bass. I don't think we've caught anything but bass so far, largemouths, to be specific. I don't think I've ever caught a smallmouth in of this area at all, but it's not to say they're not here. It's just I haven't caught them yet, and I haven't been targeting them either, so this guy's not giving up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn up my drag to 40%. Get this over with a lot quicker. Yep, another bass. Okay. That was a nice jump. There you go. All right, at least it was gold. I'll take that. Pump those gold numbers up a little bit. Still like to catch a sauger. Still like to catch a diamond sauger like I was talking about, but, you know, we'll see what we see, I guess. But anyway, what do you guys think about it? Do you like this game more as a simulator or as a game? Did you like to see more changes made to make it lean it more toward a simulation, or would you like to see them keep it more of a game mode for you? Yeah. I kind of like it more of a game mode because you're doing a lot more catching, and there's still elements about it, you know, selecting the bait, selecting the presentation, and things like that, that keep it intriguing and keep you guessing. But yeah, I like the ability we had to just throw a bobber out. That bobber would put it on top of it. Wow, great, another bass. What are the chances? Okay, so I think I'm going to scrap this video and come back here at another time and try and show you this method, because this is not working out at all, which is very disappointing, because I'm telling you that I've always had great luck going after diamond sauger here, and the last few times, like I said, first cast, bang, diamond sauger. I think it was like 3 consecutive times I came back, and every time first cast diamond sauger, and at least 4, that one time up to 5 diamond sauger in the session. And yeah, this has been crazy. This has just been nuts, how many bass I'm collecting here. So we'll give it another shot, though. We'll see what happens here. So a little bit about me. This is my first video that I'm putting up, so please, if you've got some constructive criticism for me, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'd like to hear it. If you're just going to hate on me, then you can go ahead and put those in there too, but I'm going to ignore them. That's just a heads up. Yeah, and if you've got anything else you'd like me to, if you like the video, you hit the like button, subscribe, do all that stuff that everybody else is so good at telling you to do before they get too far into their video. And you know, if you've got some other things you want me to hit on this game, other things that I do in here, setting up those waypoints, for instance, or targeting other species where I've had the best luck on them, going after the great ones, or not the great ones, sorry, confusing that with the hunter called wild, going after some of the legendary fish. Yeah, let me know, and I'll be glad to put something together on that. And yeah, wow, this is painful now. Just not working out at all. But hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I've done one other video I didn't post it publicly. It was just basically if I sent you a link, you could access it, and I really basically just sent it to some family and friends. It was a time lapse of the eclipse that happened back in April. Uh, Went down to southern Illinois to see that, and I have a time lapse video of the event. Not very long. If you'd like to see that, let me know. Put it in the comments. If there's enough people that want to see that, I will gladly post that publicly, and everybody can take a look at it. So we went from catching nothing but bass to catching nothing. This is taking a turn for the disastrous. Oh well, you know. Some of the other games I do play The Hunter Call of the Wild. I play Way of the Hunter. I do. I have a group of friends that I play Call of Duty with. I probably won't post any videos from that because I'm not very good. Uh, but yeah, some of those other outdoor simulation games I'm into. So if you have any requests for videos from any of those, let me know. I'll probably do them just to see how things go. So yeah, let me know. Give me your thoughts on it. Start a conversation about the games themselves and what you like about them, what you don't like about them. Be glad to hear it. Check it out. And wow, we are getting nothing here. It's rare that I get this far over, except if I'm using a larger hook, then maybe it'll get this far before I get any strikes on it, but it's pretty rare. So for it to go this far over is kind of surprising. Yeah, this is a shocker. Oh well. This is one of those moments that feels more like a simulation. As in real life, I've had a lot of days where I've been skunked, so. Yeah, I've even thought about maybe doing some fishing videos when I go fishing IRL, and got some new equipment that I'm gonna try and I also hunt in real life, and try and do self-film hunting. Um, so yeah, let me know if you're interested in any of that stuff. Um, Again, if you think you might be interested in that, oh, there's a strike. If you like what you're hearing so far, because we're not seeing much, uh, go ahead and subscribe. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see on here. This one's not jumping around so much. It's got a good pull on it. This might be our diamond sauger. Could it be? Nope, look at that. And a tiny one. Lame. Well, that is just fun. Oh, I'm going to give it one more cast. Because just like in real life, I just can't stop. So we're going to cast out one more time. See if maybe we can end this with a sauger at least. Maybe not a diamond. Nope. Another bass. Perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to have to think long and hard if I'm going to post this video or not. Because this did not work out at all. Let me just scrap it all together and start over again. So, but at least I've shown you a terrific method for catching largemouth bass up to gold size. Um, How ridiculous. Yep, 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 yet another pass. This one is. So, fantastic. Well, thanks, thanks anyway for tuning in. I promise you this is a good method for diamond sauger. It's just not panning out for me now. So I may have to leave this server and try something else. But in the meantime, like, subscribe if you want. And yeah, if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. No problem. We'll catch you next time.